we have had to change our plan. We were originally planning to go eat Mexican, but the three guys from Pittsboro are now having lunch. We're gonna get the Kingston Kitchen. And were you making fun of oxtail?
I was not. No.
No, you weren't. Yes, but you said oxtail is
so good here.
oxtail is so good. What exactly is oxtail?
It's a giant cow, isn't it? Like
Essentially, yeah.
it's an ox.
The bones and everything.
Yeah, but it has the bone marrow.
When
in
you
it.
say it's
so-
giant, how giant are we talking about? It's like Fred Flintstone
Yes.
giant. It's going to tip over
Yeah.
my car.
Yes,
Absolutely.
but it has the bone marrow in it, and it's so good.
All right. I don't know if I'm into bone marrow. What's the second option here?
You can't go wrong. You can do jerk chicken. You can do Jamaican patties.
Oh, I love jerk chicken. Yeah, we'll have to do that. But we
I got
usually
curry.
curry.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well,
Jason does amazing here.
all right. So, have you guys decided what we try to get different? But since you're the guest, you're allowed to get anything you want.
Okay, thank you. I was planning to.
I heard the oxtail is pretty good from somebody I know.
They have Greg Burger, Greg Chicken Sandwich, Greg Fish Sandwich.
You know what? His wife will not appreciate you making those kind of jokes about him.
That's the only reason why she lets me hang out with him. Is
Oh.
because
Because he's supposed to be a good influence on you.
All right, you get to go.
All right, are we ready to start?
Yes.
Do the introduction.
All right. I'm Greg Stafford, Gene Gallen,
you forget
Eric Andrews, and
Caitlin Murphy.
With a C.
Yes, sir.
And what's the last name?
Murphy.
Murphy. And
This are the three guys from Pittsboro having lunch with a
Yes.
special guest.
and Caitlin has been elevated to Grand Poobah of Communications for Chatham County
For the
because
town of Pittsboro.
I'm sorry, town of Pittsboro. I was making you more grandiose than you are. And because Colby, her former boss, is now the county manager of Pender County.
Oh, well.
And so he moved along and
Yes,
she
sir.
has quickly been promoted. How long have you been there?
I've been with the town a little over a year now.
Okay. So she's rocketing to the top.
How about in this position? How long have you been in your position right now?
Interim Communication Director just started the day Colby left.
Oh, when do we get rid of the interim?
Hopefully January. It'll go to the board, all the official paperwork.
All right. Is there something we can do? Maybe put in a good word for you?
Of course.
All
Just
right.
call Jonathan up.
Well, how long till you have Jonathan's job?
I do not want his job. He's doing phenomenal. So
Doing good.
How did you first start working here?
interviewed in October of 24.
What was the toughest question you got?
I mean, they always ask, what are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? And then you have to come up with a weakness that can also
try too hard.
sound good. Yeah.
That's my
Hard-
weakness.
have a
I try too
time,
hard.
you
That's
know.
why. That's the golden answer.
Yeah. Work too hard. Have a hard time saying no.
I don't know when to turn off work.
Look, we're not highlighting you today.
I'm trying. I'm applying.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Oh, that's
she was,
right. She
she's
needs an-
interim.
she needs an
I didn't know. I
assistant.
thought it was rock solid. But if it's interim, I got a chance.
And so you're a Northwood girl?
Yes, sir. Graduated from Northwood in 2014.
Okay.
14. Gosh,
Go Chargers.
I left there in 2000.
Did you
I
used
was
to
a
work there?
I was a teacher there.
Oh, what'd you
And a
teach?
football coach.
Social studies.
Okay.
If you're a football coach, you either teach
History.
history or
gym.
phys ed.
Or
You gotta
gym,
teach-
yeah.
those are the only two. You're not allowed to teach anything else.
And so what other questions?
Wait. What extracurricular activities did you participate at Northwood?
So I was involved a lot in dance, and I was also a cheerleader.
Okay.
Were you there during the Salter years?
What's Salter?
Amy Salter was the dance teacher at Northwood.
No, I
Okay,
was
that's
lucky
what-
to have Miss Leah Smith and
all right,
Kristen Norwood
Yeah, I remember.
had started
Good.
like my junior year.
And when we're finished, will you do an interpretive dance of the show?
Sure.
Okay. And then we're doing it.
Actually, which one of your dance performances put the biggest smile on your face?
I would have to say the one I choreographed. My dad wrote me a piece of music, and
Wow.
I choreographed a dance piece to it my senior year. And it was so rewarding to see how happy he was that I.
So your dad's a musician?
He is. Mark Murphy, check him out. The radio band. He's in
Okay, I know them and I have seen
Mondo Cataro. You can find him all over town playing
I have-
music.
I have seen them. I like them, and I think they do well.
They do. I'm a big fan of the radio. It's one of my favorites.
Can I have you just prop that up a little bit higher?
Yes. Seems as though it's tucked up.
Yeah, there we go.
Is that better?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. And today we're having lunch from the
Jamaican Kitchen.
Jamaican Kitchen, which I've had one time before and liked very much. Hopefully today's as good, because if it is, we'll all be happy. And we're eating fair game beverage. Let us have
Special room.
let us have
Special
the
room.
special room called the Wheelhouse.
Yeah.
And we thank Lyle and Tammy for letting us do that. But
Yes.
we're at the plant, which is down Lorax Lane. And for anyone who doesn't know where it is, take the time to find it, because it's worth doing.
Yeah.
Well, it's right off of if you're driving down the main road, it's off of Industrial Drive.
Correct.
Yeah.
So you'll end up here. It's not that hard to find. So
No, but there's a while that you think you're driving in the country, and then suddenly it appears.
that's
Right.
true.
You know, you're driving and you don't think you're going anywhere, and then suddenly it's, you know, you come upon Oz. So it's a good place.
Well, we came upon a Mexican restaurant where we were initially planning to eat, but
They were closed.
they were closed. And although the sign said they opened from 11 o'clock. So
That's true. But anywho, I'm told they're usually open. There was an emergency.
I think
okay.
the person who took our order was faking a Jamaican accent.
I'm pretty sure it was a real Jamaican.
You think it was real?
Yes, I do.
That makes it more authentic.
this is why women wonder who watches this. It's because it's stuff like that. All right, so you were in this position for a year, right? Again, what put the biggest smile on your face during this year?
I would say our Citizens Academy, PBO 101, was really rewarding to work with members of the community and educate them on inner workings of the town. Lots of good engagement. So that was fun. We'll be offering it again sometime next year.
And by the way, that's worth taking. I've stood outside and watched them teach it
Thank
before.
you.
And, you know, I've been around Pittsboro a long time, and
You audited the class?
I didn't get graded. I was afraid.
Oh no! Well, you can sign up. Colby started that program, and so
Did he?
now I'll be.
And look, it got him to Pender County.
It sure did, huh?
Now you said we were talking about that. Pender County is 60,000 folks, but you said during the summertime it goes to a
No,
million.
it's 60,000 people. The way they're doing it is the census is who can vote there.
Okay.
But none of those beach houses have people who can vote. So
Right.
you end up, you know, a mayor of Surf City ends up with 13 votes, or, you know, it's a really small election. But then come summertime, all of those houses are full, frequently with multiple families, and it's a gazillion people.
So Surf City's in Pender County?
Part of it is in
Part of
Pender.
it
Surf City's divided between Pender and Onslow.
Okay, so if I cross over the bridge into Surf City, which side is Pender and which side is?
Depends which bridge you come over.
Oh, okay.
But if you, my understanding is you come across the bridge and you turn right, but the Pender County line in Surf City is right at the trailer bar.
Okay.
And so that's kind of the dividing line.
Doesn't Chatham County have like a Chatham County graduate program where you go through and
Chatham County Leadership Academy.
yeah.
I did attend that.
You did?
It's a great program. It
Yeah.
takes like a year though
Right.
to go through it, so it's
Yeah.
a commitment.
Yeah. So that's why I like the Pittsboro 101, and then I took I did READY, the Rural Education Development Initiative.
How was that?
That was really good. That was really good. I mean, you know, I just think anytime somebody does something like the Pittsboro 101 or the Chatham Leadership Academy, I mean, just you learn so much. You think you know what's going on, and then you really figure out what's
Well,
going on.
I'm really bad about thinking I know what's going on, finding out that I don't. So the 101 was interesting. All right, get out the agenda. Let's figure something
Well,
out.
before we get an agenda, Wheels Up just happened. You had a dedication and a plaque. Why don't you? We put up a story on it. There's a video of the ribbon cutting. Why don't you tell us a little bit about how that came about? Because you and the missus were the two people that were involved with this.
Right. And well, I mean, what happened is we were doing the renovation at the Roadhouse building that's now Havoc and the mod behind there. And one, we found a bunch of graves, and two, we found a bunch of car parts, and a lot of them were wheels, and they were intact, which could have had something to do with the massive amounts of oil contamination that preserved them. So we dug those out.
How many
and-
tanks?
9.
9 times.
Yeah, and there was only supposed to, wasn't there only supposed
There's
to be
supposed
one?
to be none.
None.
Was the testimony was
Well,
none.
when you say, when the, I don't know how to say this without making it more difficult, but
Yeah, there wasn't supposed to be, but there was. But let's just say we believed, in fact, that there were some.
we knew.
Okay.
Yeah, we knew.
We knew.
We knew. They
We
knew,
did not
knew.
go, but we didn't know 9.
No, we didn't know 9. So anyway, after loading up a ton of dump trucks and sending them to Georgia to get rid of the contaminated dirt, we found a bunch of wheels, engine blocks and whatnot, and most of the wheels were from the 30s, because the wheels before the 30s were wooden. So you had wooden spokes and a metal hub, and so there's not much left of those. But the ones in the 30s are the narrow gauge spoked wheels. All of this knowledge is courtesy of John Justice, who could walk in and go, yeah, that's a
Right.
1937, Cadillac. And, you know, so he was able to identify what the wheels were. Mm-hmm. So up on the wall, Edwin White, who's the sculptor who, knew what he was doing and took care of it all, had them sandblasted and then powder coated with colors that the wheels were painted in. Because back then, the steel wasn't stainless and they didn't alloy it in a way that it wouldn't rust. So you had, metal wheels that you had to keep painted so they didn't rust out on you. And so those wheels are up on the wall are colors that GM used for the wheels when you bought them new. And all of them are Chevys except for one is a Ford wheel. And, you'll look and go, one of these things is not like the other. But that's what's up there. Mr. White did it. He did a great job. It was really nice because we wanted to do it. He heard the idea and he grabbed it and he pushed us the whole time. So
Whose idea was the plaque? Because you got a plaque on the wall.
the plaque was my wife's idea.
Okay.
And everyone listening is only going to hear that you said the body, so you might want to explain that too.
Yeah, when we were when we were
I don't want people thinking that we
when
put
we
them
were
there.
digging back there, there was rumors of a graveyard. There's graveyards listed on the plat maps.
An old survey.
Right, an old one. And so we knew there might be something, and we started digging, and sure enough, there was a skeleton. So then you have to call in archaeologists to come and dig up the graves. Let's just say the graves weren't where they were supposed to be. So, but those old maps from 200 years ago weren't exactly
Well, you got the church on the other side,
Right.
so it's potential.
right, but
Yeah.
those are two separate
Okay.
issues. So what had happened, and the church is built, the little annex building, there's a couple leg bones coming out from underneath that because we couldn't excavate underneath their existing building kind of thing.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and so the archaeologists come in, they found 9 grave sites and 7 bodies. And the infants just kind of dissolve away. But the adults, there were 7. And one of them had a coffin that had a pane of glass over the face, so that when you came to look at the body, there's a pane of glass in the coffin to look. Whoever that was, and we know who it was, but was extremely wealthy, because back then,
Class.
you couldn't just get glass. And he also had brass hardware on his coffin. None of the rest of them had hardware, just him. And it was a guy named Nathan Stedman, and he was captured by the British in the Revolutionary War, jailed in Bermuda for 5 years, released by the British back here, went on to be in the State House, the State Senate, and had a role that I haven't had described well to me, but like as grand poobah of 3 counties, like being mayor of some counties, and was a wealthy guy. And these were his children and grandchildren, and we found period coins. And so one of the stories that's supposedly true and seems to be is that when the British released you, they released you with 50 cents. And he had been jailed in Bermuda, but at that time, Bermuda didn't have its own currency like they do now. So in this area, we find a British 3-cent piece from 1774. So what are the chances that the 1774 3-cent piece found there is one of the 50 cents they gave him to return to civilian life? There's no way you could ever prove that, but it makes a cool story, and it certainly could be. And so that's kind of the story. And then they were gathered up, and Donaldson Funeral Home took care of, there's all kind of legalities with that. Lyle knew what those legalities were, gathered them all up. And then Sons of the Revolution came in. I'm going to catch grief for this, but those guys looked like they fought in the Revolution. They came in uniforms, but they were old guys,
Right.
and did, the ceremonial burial of him. Since it was a reburial, they have an entire tradition around it, and they are buried at the Methodist church next door, because you're supposed to bury them at the spot nearest to where you dug them up as is possible. And the Methodist church was kind enough to let us put them there, even though this is also maybe made up history. Come on in. All righty.
Oh, wow.
Here we go. So I'm going to make another trip.
All right.
The drink.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, pineapple soda.
All right.
Pineapple
You're going to have to bite the lid off.
We usually turn off once we start eating because
Thank you.
Bottled
we're
water.
disgusting eaters.
I was wondering if you
No,
were
we
eating
don't-
on
we don't-
camera.
We don't run it, but
We don't eat on camera because at least we are gross.
Yeah.
But we do
and-
want to finish the story before we go ahead.
Okay, so they reburied them there, and there is a gravestone commemorating it next door. But my understanding is, from the previous pastor at the Methodist Church, is that the Stedman family went to St. Bart's, but they donated land for the Methodist Church, which was right beside their land.
Oh, okay.
So,
Cool.
I don't know how much land, and and they were under a parking lot with no gravestones or anything like that, and some, all kind of skullduggery went on back in the 30s and 40s to land them underneath dumpsters and things. So that's what happened. We dug them up, moved them, got a proper commemorative gravestone, and there they are.
All right, folks, we're going to end it at that point because we're all going to start eating, and then we'll be back, and Eric's got an agenda for us to tackle.
Who got a sandwich? Burger.
I got
That was
no,
his burger.
No. Did I get the burger?